and gentlemen, welcome to the Ultimate Gaming Championship Finals right here in Gatur Village in Italy. My name is Total Biscuit and joined by the mighty Mr. D. Apollo.
And we are down to the final two. Can't wait for this to begin, and we are going to have a sick series. Hasu versus Clouds, Titans in the arena.
No question about that. They have fought all the way through. Cloud coming in from the winner's bracket after some sketchy play in the group stages, really got back his momentum, was going all the way. It was so good, so powerful. Hasu got knocked down quite early to the loser's bracket, but was able to fight his way through that, recently defeating Star Eagle in a commanding performance, and now going into the finals with a best of 5, and Cloud will go in with a 1-game advantage.
Yeah, and just thinking about how Hasu and Cloud got here, Hasu got knocked down. Well, actually, Hasu beat Cloud in the group stage. Then they met again in the double elim, and Cloud won and knocked him down. And now they will fight to the death in the grand finals here. There
will be blood, I promise you that. And if you're looking for some esports violence, ladies and gentlemen, this is the place to go.
Italy versus Germany, grand finals, like Total Biscuit said, best of 5. Hasu 1-0 down from coming from the loser bracket. Yeah. And the first map is going to be Scrap Station. And then the loser will pick from the map pool that's left over, which is Shattered Temple, Tiled Rim, Shakuris, and Zelnaga Caverns. And it's promising to be pretty good matchup.
Yeah, I am hyped for this one. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. All the matches up until this point really have been enjoyable in their own way. Some of them absolutely blinding. If this one doesn't prove to be the culmination of all of that, I'll be very surprised.
And the countdown has begun. We are here for this, and I am pretty excited. I cannot wait to get this underway. Thank you, Samsung and Razer. Sturmy.com for sponsoring this sick tournament.
And of course, one only Sapphire, and here we go, folks. Loading screen right now. Can you feel the tension? Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the UGC Grand Finals right here. I bring you Hasu in the one and only red trunks. He is playing Protoss right here on the Scrap Station versus his opponent Cloud. In the blue trunks, he is playing Terran.
And Cloud has been on fire yesterday and today. Absolutely phenomenal play. Taking down everybody, even like I mentioned before, taking down Hasu before with such confident style and play. No mistakes throughout. And Hasu also been playing very solid from the loser bracket. And I think that's a portrait of how this tournament has begun and started. I mean, they all had, you know, I was going to say jet lag, but they all had to travel here long distances. Hasu had a 11-hour drive. Cloud was just tired because he hadn't been sleeping for a couple of nights. But now both players are rested and ready to begin this pretty large engagement.
Yeah, it is going to be a pretty large engagement, absolutely. Hasu is going to, I think, honestly, Hasu will try and grab that early victory just so he can get a little bit of a psychological edge, because he's already going into this 1 game down since he came from the losers bracket. It seems to be important for his psychology that he might try and grab that first game really early, maybe even aggressively.
Yes, he would. And we have seen some very well executed builds from Hasu, especially the way he took out Goody, or not Goody down, should I say, into the loser bracket. Really nice play. And we've seen some long macro games also from him, so there's a lot of different options he can do, depending on what he feels out in the game. And I wouldn't be surprised if Cloud decided to go for kind of a fast expansion. A lot of Terran players have been falling into this, and it's been proven quite successful. As long as you can identify what your opponent is doing and pull the right amount of SCVs and defend well enough, then you should be able to go into the mid-game with quite a good economy.
Yeah, Cloud is known for fast expanding an awful lot. He is a very heavy economic player. He does have early game potential, certainly. I think maybe Hasu is a little bit stronger in that regard, particularly due to his race choice. And while Hasu can easily fight in a long macro game, and he's very capable of it, I wouldn't want to go toe-to-toe with Cloud for a 30-minute match. It just doesn't sound like a very good idea.
Yeah, I know. You can get up to, 200 supply Terran, 3-3 bio army, and that is not nice, especially with a good Viking count. It's very difficult to deal with once Terran gets up to that stage in the game. But on the other hand, Hasu has great force field placements, great decision making, and do not forget Total Biscuit, the way he uses DTs is amazing.
Yes, it is extremely brutal, although I've noticed over the course of this tournament that the tactics have adapted for Cloud, and he started to mix Ravens into his initial force, which is going to be very useful, although bear in mind that Hasu tends to favor Blink Stalkers. He can blink in very fast, he can snipe off Ravens, and of course Ravens are a lot pricier than the Overseers that he was sniping off versus Delphi and the other Zerg players, so that could be a little bit of a problem for him. However, Cloud will no doubt have some scans in reserve, as he always does.
And Cloud does have concussive shells researching now with the Marauder. A factory placed here, a little bit hidden from any probes that try to come up, and he does decide to leave with the SCV, scouting SCV before the Stalker pops out. And
Smart
looks
play.
like the probe is moving down here. We'll have to see if he decides to put down an expansion. It very well looks like it. Traditional, from Hasu traditional style with his 2-gate expo. And this factory is going to be placed down here out of sight range.
Wow, okay.
Possibly could see some Hellions being put down, and that could be quite detrimental to Hasu economy, especially if he doesn't scout it.
Yeah, it's certainly a risk. We'll have to see what he decides to actually do with that one. Hasu does not see that. In the meantime, a little bit of a first engagement going on right here. 2 Marines and a Marauder versus that Stalker. That will go in favor of that. I believe they also took down a Zealot in the process. Keeping an eye on that one. This is going to be messy right here. If Hasu is not able to scout that, he is currently expanding. He's not too worried. He thinks he's pretty damn secure. This is a very sneaky maneuver considering the map, and this could be potentially devastating for Hasu.
Yes, and Cloud is going to expand behind this, and we do have one Hellion coming in here.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is a sneaky maneuver, and Hasu didn't see that one coming a mile away. Hellion right now in the mineral line, looking for as much damage as possible, micromanaging that Hellion extremely well. Takes one, looks to take another. Now 4 kills for the Hellion. This is devastating. That's 5, looking for 6 as well. It's a perfect map for this. Extremely well done. Stalker drives him away. 6 kills for free. He might even, he doesn't get away, but still, that is well worth it.
6 probe kills, scouts out the 2-gate, is going to move down to the expansion and also see the Nexus there. And he has done quite a large economical damage to his opponent. At the same time, Cloud does have his command center building in his base. 24 probes versus 26.
Well, that was intriguing. We haven't seen Cloud pull that one out the entire tournament, and perhaps because he didn't want to show it. And indeed, this is just one of those maps that can actually work, because Scrap Station, you always have these close air positions right here, a factory in the corner, float over, place it over here, and of course, if you're lucky and your opponent doesn't see it, you can do massive damage. That's exactly what happened. 3 more gateways come down right here for Hasu as he tries to recover economically, and he needs to get stuff sorted out immediately.
And a second Hellion here, actually, Total Biscuit, trying to be made. Does get scouted though, but the Hellion is very, very fast. I'm not sure if these Stalkers will be able to kill it as soon as it pops
out. It's a possibility. He goes for it straight away. Cloud slips past. The Stalkers can't grab it. And however, here comes the interception. Hasu with 3 sentries taking it out. Nicely done there by Hasu with the interception right there.
And a force was moved out there to start harassment onto Hasu, but he does scout exactly how many units there. A second Hellion in the making, most likely. Well, he should cancel it, yes, and will move the factory out. But has gained useful scouting information. At the same time, we have 5 warp gates now being placed down for Hasu. And in the main base of Cloud, we have that early +1 attack and a second engineering base
there you go.
early.
That's what happens, folks. That is what he loves to do. He gets those upgrades rolling, and this is a brilliant time to do when you think about it, because Hasu does not have any cash to spare. He lost 6 probes. He then went on to build his expansion and 3 wall warp gates. So he's not going to be able to get that. He doesn't even have a forge down, as far as I know. So I wouldn't be concerned about that at all. And that's going to be a critical advantage for Cloud. Cloud will look to try and delay this attack as much as possible, although he will have stim when this goes in. So I am not feeling it right now for Hasu, although he does have a significant army supply advantage.
Yeah, he definitely does, but I mean, Cloud being so greedy with these double engineering base so early on, he just doesn't actually have the amount of units out, and Hasu very aggressive placing this forward pylon down, and now actually Cloud scouts a lot with the factory, seeing his units not there, and the bunker does finish just in time. Will he be able to hold on to this?
Well, that's a good question. He may have to pull it. Wow, that is really incredibly cheeky right now. It's right there. He doesn't see it. It's actually in the gas right there. Second bunker going down, immediately sniped up, and here we go. Hazu's pushing in with a superior force. Bunker's in there. There's the stim. Bunker down to 25% HP. It will melt. It's completely gone. Guardian Shield ripping it up, and the SCV's been brought in to try and hold the line. And you know what? I don't know if he'll be able to hold this one. Hasu continues with the pressure right here. Cloud is melting. He needs way more forces in there to push on. GG, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. And Hasu with a comeback, an incredibly aggressive comeback. Cloud, do you feel being a little bit too greedy there?